zie niks. Oh, wacht. Dus we zijn begonnen met het uitzenden van een live video.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bartie. Hi Bartie.
Hi Bartie.
Hoi Smark.
Hi Smark.
Waar staat Smark eigenlijk voor? Oh nee, wacht. Ja,
Hi CrossFit Oakum,
Smurf.
Anne, Sophie en 2.
Smark
Oh,
staat
wacht zo.
de Smark staat voor Smurf, wist je dat? Did you know that? Smark means
Smurf.
Smurf.
Smurf. Hallo.
Which Smurf?
Hi Sasha.
Grumpy. The Grumpy Smurf. Sorry man.
Wat is dit? Wat doe jij? Dat is raar.
Dat is raar.
Good morning.
Hey Sasha. Hey Purcell.
Marcel, Linda,
Linda,
Sam.
Sampot, Sam.
We're gonna
Morning.
welcome everyone.
Good morning. Welcome Sampot 2000. Is that your
Beetje afstand houden.
Oh.
birthday?
Kom ik even.
Oh yeah, we're doing live Q&A by the way.
Hi Ray. Lang niet gezien.
If you have any A's for us, we've got some Q's for you.
Dude.
Oh sorry. What?
Hm?
I like my own jokes.
Volkmar likes his own jokes.
Unlike the rest of the world.
Yes, very true.
Pim, Jim, Ali. Goedemorgen. Good morning. Pim en Jim.
Pim Jim.
Pim Jim.
Als ik een gym ga beginnen, noem ik het zo.
Pim Jim.
De Pim Jim.
Pim Jim? Pim Jim. Pim.
So, but anyway, guys,
Thanks for the coffee, Mark.
thanks for the coffee.
I'm
Mark.
just here for the coffee,
Yes, me too.
by the way.
So we're just gonna sit here for like 30 minutes doing coffee.
Or 10. Kevin, hoi.
Hallo.
Thomas, hi. Hey, everyone who just trained this morning is now joining in on the coffee with
Really?
the coaches.
Yes.
We
Only
have
those.
Thomas and
Mhm.
who else?
Yes.
That's the only one.
And Ray.
Oh, Ray.
Hey, Tyron. Joining in.
Esther.
Yes.
Hey, Tyron.
Hi, good morning.
Joining in?
You're joining in on our live session?
The live stream. Oh.
Yes.
So this is a Q&A, so hit us with the questions if you have some. It can be training wise, nutrition wise, general life, whatever you want to throw at us.
Life hacks.
Life hacks,
X with an X or
chop chop.
Life hacks.
X? Or foreign distilled beverages?
Let's talk about that. Let's do the show in the evening then.
Did you train yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, you did the workout?
I did the workout.
You did it twice. You did it last week?
Yes. And then I improved yesterday.
How much?
About 2.5 minutes.
What changed?
Because I wanted to beat your time.
Did you?
No.
You matched it.
I matched it.
Very good. Was that the only thing that changed?
I changed the tactics slightly.
Okay.
Mindset.
No. Mindset was
No
still
mindset.
the same. Mindset was the same. Was not there.
Was low.
Was low.
Yeah.
But I changed the tactics because actually the rowing was so hard
Mm-hmm.
because it's all unbroken. And so it's not heavy, but you have that constant pressure of that same extension that you have in the deadlift.
Yes.
But then holding on for long sets, 80 feels like a really light weight.
Mm.
So you think, you just ask Tyrone over there, I'm going to do 2 sets of 25 on the set of 50. But then once you get off the rower and maybe you do 20 reps, it doesn't go.
Mm-hmm.
So breaking up in smaller sets allows you to not go into the red so much, have a shorter rest period,
Mm-hmm.
Shorter rest in between.
shorter rest in between.
Alright.
But I think that's the only thing they changed. And I think the second time you will always do better on the workout.
Not always. Well,
And
Most-
I was
most
the
of the
fir-
time, yeah,
Yeah.
because you know how it feels.
And I was the first one to do it last week or 2 weeks ago.
yes.
And then you set it, so you had a time, 21 minutes, I can go way below that. So you set a time and then Aaron
True.
was willing to die then before giving up on your time.
Yeah, well, that's the point. We have a healthy competition.
A healthy
Going.
competition.
Healthy. So, yeah. Are there any questions rolling in?
No
Regarding
questions.
workouts or nicknames?
everybody knows everything already. So.
But I'm curious if some people also do that. They redo a workout. If they do a workout here, which they like or something special to them.
We just talked about it this morning. We had the kettlebell workout, which
Yeah.
we want to redo
Yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah.
And then we know it will still suck, but
Which kettlebell workout?
Yeah, can you?
it starts with descending weights on the kettlebell, starting from 40, all 50 reps, and then you go down with a weight, and you would change the movement every kettlebell. So I think it's 50 deadlifts with 40 kilo, then 50 cleans with the 36, 50 swings, I guess,
Alright.
with the 32.
Overhead.
I
Don't
guess.
know.
Yeah.
And then I don't know.
Yeah, you have cleans and squats and stretches,
Thrusters and all different kinds.
strict presses.
Mm-hmm.
Strict presses with 4. No. Where do we end on 24 or does it end on 60? I don't know. Or 20 maybe? Something like that with strict
I
presses.
think 24.
Oh yeah.
How many
It's nice.
movements? 10?
About 5? No, maybe 10. I
It
don't
was
know.
it's also with starting with 50 calorie on something. I think the ski with wall balls also in there.
So we need to do that one again.
It's a big ass chipper.
Do you have any workouts that you want to redo?
Yeah, Volkmar, Linda wants to do the dumbbell workout again. With
Yes, Linda.
a nice green,
I know what you're talking
healthy,
about.
healthy smiley.
This was a dumbbell workout. I think you also. I did it with Linda and Aviv. And I think
Oh, with the lunges.
with the lines with
Oh,
2
no.
dumbbells and we did 10 rounds of 10 reps of everything.
Well, you tried 10 rounds
We
of 10
tried.
reps.
think I managed 6 rounds. I think Aviv
Was 40-minute time cap?
40
Good.
minute time go. It was GHDs in the beginning and in the end.
Oh, yeah.
And
50?
50. I think I ended up doing 50 on Brooklyn. Maybe not. Maybe in my mind. But that was really.
Yeah, I think I did 7 rounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I did 6 rounds. I think. I think
Yeah, it was
Aviv died after. After each set of 10 reps, he was laying on top of the dumbbells. It was super warm.
It was
outside.
horrible. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
warm
yeah,
last
yeah.
year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We'll be doing the 350 Kelly Kotz aka ass bike again someday. Esther says that.
How much?
Hey, Esther.
Hey Esther.
Hey.
350 calorieën, hè?
Oh, you mean the back? Oh no, God, no! Don't say that.
Only on the bike.
We did was way back. I think 2 years ago.
We had challenges.
Yeah, we did a 500 calorie bike for the men,
Oh yeah.
350 for the ladies.
Yeah, yeah. Outside.
We did it outside. Me, Aviv, Kylie was here, still intern. Tom also. Oh, it was horrible.
It was like next to the road because it was
Oh.
warm and everybody wants to be
Was this
in
when
the
we also
sun.
did the 1 mile sled challenge? Is it the same year or the same period?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I did it yesterday. No, 2 days ago. 1 mile sled. In the rain.
Why?
A little bit of
Little bit of
Scaling.
rain.
Little bit of rain.
Scaling.
Yeah.
But it didn't help, right?
No.
With body weight or with 100? Oh wait, it's the same.
Just put the weight of your ego on the sled and then start pulling.
How long did it take
We don't
you?
have enough weights
46.
then.
And how long did it took you the first time?
The
I mean-
first time
A minute 17?
with us. 70 minutes.
70 minutes?
Yeah, but we did air squats every time we stopped.
And you did with 125 kilos. For
The last bit. Yeah. That was good.
46 minutes.
But we want to do a 1 mile tire flip.
Oh yeah, it was the
We have an
next-
idea to do a 1 mile tire flip in a team of 4 or 5 people.
Next bad idea.
It's
Yeah.
about 900 flips. We calculated. We think it's
We
a
said
really
team
bad
of
idea.
4, right?
Yeah.
Team of
So you can rotate behind the tire.
Yes.
So we're still looking for 1 volunteer. If you
Yes.
feel
You want to join us for the 1 mile tire flip?
you can send your email to info@ribocrossfit020.nl or Fabian.
Yes. And don't worry if you join the Rewire, which will start next week, we won't do a 1 mile tire flip. However, the 1 mile sled pull challenge might be in there. Never know.
Gym, triathlon, 500 meter ski, 30 calorie ski.
What?
It's the same. 500 meter ski,
Yeah.
30 calorie ski, and 500 meter row.
Under 8 minutes.
And time cap under 8 minutes.
Maybe there should be
For
a bike
girls.
in there.
Hmm?
Maybe there should
Maybe
be a
30
bike
cal
in there.
bike.
I think bike, yeah.
I have an interesting challenge. 100 calorie bike, 100 calorie ski, 100 calorie row, with every minute on the minute, 5 burpees.
We did that.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was your time?
What was your time?
24:57.
I think I had 34:57.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
30,
good.
yeah, 30 bike, okay,
Yes.
per sin.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's nice.
It's short.
Mark likes these kind of short workouts.
How many rounds?
Oh, guys. What's your worst workout ever?
For Mark, that's anything under 40 minutes.
And anything overhead?
No, it's fine.
All right?
No, what's your worst workout?
Grace.
Yes. When?
30 clean and jerks.
When?
When
When was it the worst? How many years ago was that?
like, I don't know, 5 years ago.
How long were you training then?
Like, a few months.
You were already training a few months.
Few months.
I made you do Grace,
Yes.
and you said afterwards this was my first real CrossFit experience.
Yeah. And he said, Volk, you know, you do 8 minutes on the row, you really want to get warm and sweaty because it's a short workout. I think it took me 2 hours
Recover.
to recover.
Yes. That's
Oh.
nice.
I think our 12 days of strongman the first time
Oh.
was pretty horrible. We
But you
all,
like the time frame, right, of that? Time of
2
the-
hour time frame, yeah. That was,
Yeah.
was pretty heavy.
Now the worst are the short sprints.
Yeah, of
With
course.
the rest
of course.
So what's
Like
your
to-
worst workout?
We did the 10 rounds, 500 meter row, and then with like 2 minutes of rest, and then trying to keep the same pace for 10 rounds. It was terrible.
Should we do that today?
I think that's the no.
No.
I will never do that ever again.
No?
No, I think that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
10 rounds of 500 meter row.
That's impossible.
2 minutes
Yeah.
rest. 2 minute rest, so that's not even. Oh no, that's
It's about
like one
90
round.
seconds on, 2
Yeah.
minutes off.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Yeah, so never, ever, ever.
Was that your worst workout also?
That's one I immediately remember as a
Yeah.
pretty bad workout.
Yeah. Because after 2 minutes after your first row, you're already like, oh god, no. And they're like, oh, I have to go again. And then after the third, you're like, it's impossible.
And the one with that one dumbbell, which we did, really heavy, in a ladder with something on the box too.
With the thruster,
Whoa.
with the 45 kilo.
Yeah, and that was like 6 years ago or
Yeah.
even longer.
Yes. Yeah,
At
with the
at
step ups
at
and
the
the
time,
thrusters.
it might have been a little too heavy,
Yes,
so it was a pretty bad one too.
that was outside.
Yeah.
I remember. Those were nice.
Good times.
Yes.
What was your worst workout?
Yes. What was your worst workout here, in here, ever?
The one where Fabian was standing next to you.
Yes, of
Screaming
course,
it.
obviously. It's almost every workout.
Or a 9 a.m. PT session with Fabian with deadlifts with 2 times 40 kilo and kettlebells after yesterday's one.
What are you complaining about, S? That was like 30 minutes ago. That was nice. Mm. Don't worry, we can top that next week.
We have we do this live Q&A with an audience.
Yes, we have one audience now.
We have one audience. now.
Audience of one.
If you want to be in the audience, you can send an email.
To info@ReebokCrossFit020.nl
Or to
Mark
Boer.
Mark Boer.
Or to Fabian Deshorst.
No, Fabio.
Oh, Fabian, just Fabian.
You're the only one with your last name because we have two
Because
marks.
they have the same last name as other Mark, which also has the same first name.
Yeah.
Almost.
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 Broers.
Boer.
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 Boers.
Boers.
Broer.
Still a lot of people mix it up, but it's fine.
Yes. Why
Can
did
be-
you
it
only
can be
like,
worse.
got like a small coffee?
Yes.
Because I already had to wait like 6 minutes, and then she said, "Oh, your order is done." And I looked at 2 cups instead of 4.
Oh.
Oh.
Like last
Was it-
Friday,
oh.
last Friday I ordered 4 double espressos, so I got 4
Double
double espressos. One job.
Oh yeah.
2 4 double espressos.
Yeah.
You need to stop complaining. We get complaints of the
We get
Real-
complaints about
real-
the
live audience.
Complaints about the complaining.
Yeah.
But that's what we do sometimes. We go to the programming of a year or 2 years ago, and we have compare 2 periods.
Yes. Well, you're also now doing that with home workouts.
Yeah.
Because the reason why, because it's nice when you, like, when we started the lockdown and people started training at home, everybody's like, oh, this is so different, and I have problems hitting intensity and then suck at push-ups. And now after like 2-3 months, once you start repeating, then you also notice that you actually got pretty good at the home stuff and like the body weight workouts and the fast light movements.
Or the single weight movements.
Yeah, so you become really efficient
Yeah.
because of obviously you train what you train, so you become better at the. So it's a good balance between training here and training at home, I think also.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Yeah. So
So thanks for your question. Thanks for your workout. Oh.
2-3 months.
Later, I still suck at push-ups. But did you practice the push-ups?
How many push-ups do you do a day? On
Anne-Sophie,
Anne-Sophie.
Anne-Sophie.
.nl.
I think.
0 push-ups a day.
Oh, you can do them daily, a couple, Anne-Sophie.
Yeah.
You can practice them daily.
Yeah. What's your advice on that?
Practice them daily.
Mr. Movement.
But not too much. If you're gonna do something daily, you don't want to make it too hard. And I think you can switch between too difficult progression, like a regular push-up, which you can do maybe only, I don't know, let's say 3. And then a skilled version, something which will make you stronger in the pressing.
Like on the knees or something.
Like on the knees or with the hands elevated, or or even with pressing overhead. I think definitely will improve also your
Yeah, of course.
horizontal push-ups.
Yeah.
So if you have any, so you can practice handstand push-ups to make the regular push-ups better. But that could be dumbbell presses up and standing, or different stuff. If you're interested in more.
Email to Volkmar@ReebokCrossFit20.
No, but definitely can do it. It doesn't have to be 7 days a week, but you can do that. Or on all the days that you're not coming here to train, for instance.
Well, just make it your daily routine.
Yeah.
Just start and end your day with 5 push-ups.
Yeah.
Or 10. Or start with 5 and then the next week do 6 and then after a year.
It's like Rob Orlando had the barbell in his box with a certain amount of weight, and he lifted it every single day because he was there. It was his own box. When every day he arrived, he lifted that weight. It was like a set weight, and he increased the weight along the way. So for that weight, he only did 1 repetition, but because he's in 365 days a year, increasing the weight, his 1 rep max cold increased way.
That's
So
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. We could do that. Put a barbell in here.
Mark is doing that with his children. He's lifting them every day, but as they grow more and get heavier, Mark is getting stronger.
Are you funny again?
Sorry.
Sorry guys for the bad humor today.
But this is what the Greek, maybe the Spartans, in my mind it was the Spartans, but maybe just some Greek
Are
warriors.
the Spartans not Greek?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was particularly Spartans or
Okay.
not all Greek are Spartans, but all Spartans are Greek.
Yes.
But anyway, some Greek people back in the old days used to train with animals, like lifting
Cows?
cows when they were first born, and they
Starting
grew heavier.
chickens and then turkeys, geese, goats.
Goatees.
Okay, we have a question.
All right.
Finally.
Kristen, if one wants to get a pull-up bar at home, are there any suggestions or tips? Is that regarding the pull-up bar itself or the way you're using it?
Can we
That's the difference.
reply a question with a question?
So
Yeah.
Why are we blurry or is it me?
it's just you.
Oh no, it's your phone. Okay.
It's just your face.
So Mark, pull-up bars. You have a pull-up bar at home.
Yeah, I have an outside pull-up bar, which is pretty far away from the wall because I have the space, I have the height. So it's like a bar with a, you call it?
Yeah.
Sidebar down,
Yeah, dirty south bar.
dirty south bar, so I can also do muscle ups and everything. And
That's it.
but if you're limited to space, you have a lot of solutions nowadays. You also have, if you just have a ceiling and not a wall which you can attach it to, you have these bars which go down like a trapeze, basically. So that can be an option.
Mm-hmm.
If you have way more room, you can attach sort of a half squat rack, which also has a bar. So it depends on your space, basically, what you can and want to have regarding to pull-ups. If you cannot hang anything at all, there are some door things,
Oh,
but
the one on the YouTube videos where
Yeah,
everybody falls
they're-
on their face.
they're a
those.
little they're a little tricky.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's the best option, but
Rings also work.
Yeah.
If you can only train inside, put hooks in your ceiling. Good ones. Attach some rings.
yeah, pull-up bar itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Where did you get it?
I got it with Muscle Power. It's a good supplier of a lot of stuff. And it was basically an indoor bar, but I coated it myself with special paint. And it's now outside for, I think, 8 years already.
Oh, yeah?
It's still perfect.
Nice. Very good.
What's not perfect, that's already a little tip. If you have a rope outside, like I had, you might want to replace it after about 2 years and not leaving it for 4, because it might break when you climb in.
Did you fall out?
Not me, but a friend of mine did, and luckily it was only like 1.5 meter
Ooh.
up, while my rope is way higher than here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's super high.
so it's
Where is it attached?
to the
what?
side of his.
Side of my house.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
6
meters
meters.
high, yeah.
So we were quite lucky.
Yeah.
So the rope itself will obviously never break, but the attachment point, which has iron around it and screws through there,
Oh.
that part inside, especially when it's outside, that will, due to the weather, rot a little. So it just fall out of the, how do you call it?
Yeah.
Clip holding thing,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So my friend was really lucky. He didn't get hurt, but
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, we replace our ropes every 2 years.
Well, luckily it's inside.
Yeah, that's better.
it's inside,
Yeah,
and
that's
these
good.
ropes are being changed regularly,
Yeah.
more due to wear than due to the age.
Do you have a new rope or?
Not yet. It just happened
It just
last weekend.
Oh. Speaking of which, what was the stupidest thing you've ever done? Training.
Training.
That you thought like, I shouldn't have done. Or doing stuff outside.
I don't know.
Because sometimes you train or you want to do something and then at some point you're like, I should not have done that.
I remember a kettlebell workout that you decided to do with, I think, 40 kilos. A lot of volume, and you were over there.
Swings.
Was
Yeah. Yeah.
And didn't you have trouble after it?
Yeah.
With the hip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40 kilo kettlebell swings. Well, yes. So exactly this. we did a workout before. I think it was Linda. So with the heavy deadlifts and the squat cleans and the bench press. And I felt like a small thingy in my lower back. It was like really small spot. And then the day after, I did kettlebell swings with 40 kilos. And at some point I went like down like, maybe not the smartest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's always like you're like afterwards like, yeah, should have like thought about it a little more. Have you had that before?
Not really.
No. you had other stuff.
I had other stuff. So,
You kind of broke your leg in half.
yeah. But that was stupid stuff. Like
Yeah.
sometimes.
Sometimes you do stupid
Sometimes
stuff.
you do stupid stuff.
Yes.
But I think with sports or training related injuries,
Mm-hmm.
it's more subtle. Like you felt a little thing, but I think it's gonna be fine, and then no, it wasn't. But it
Yes.
wasn't like a super stupid idea.
No.
To do it.
No, but you know you need to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And
But sometimes it's a fine line because you're like,
Yeah,
but
of
I
course.
can do something. And then it go and 9 out of 10 times it will work out and you'll be stronger. And then maybe sometimes. What do you think? Like injuries, isn't it usually?
out of 10, it's your own fault
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
by not listening to your body. And I think we grew to be better at that, but still sometimes.
Yeah, true. Sometimes you just also do stupid workouts.
Sometimes you do stupid work.
Sometimes. You're like,
Or a stupid combination or stupid movement. Or
yes,
Yeah.
that's true. I think somebody once here did like with the, what was it? I think we have like the short like the poles that go on the sleds. I don't remember who was it who loaded some plates
Oh,
on
yeah.
it. Who was it? Was it you?
Hey?
Who was it?
What was that?
Was it Aviv?
Yeah, you wanted to
What was it?
hang power clean or something?
Yeah, or a
With the-
snatch?
With a
Really narrow
I
bar?
think overhead, and then
Yeah?
Oh.
all the plates fell out.
He almost killed himself.
Oh shit.
Sorry Aviv, sorry buddy, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. He did it on the.
And Erwin once did at home, preparing for the games. He did a 100 kilo clean and jerk on the grass and was like,
Yeah.
Oh, crooked. Yeah, yeah.
and then that was the first time he really messed up his back.
His back was like this, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then he, like a week after, he went to the games. So yeah.
That was really smart.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it happens. But, well, I think also a lot of people say, yeah, you get injured by CrossFit and it's really like, but I think it's the same thing when you like have a car and you take your car to do groceries every day, works just fine. But when you start finding the limits of the car and you go on the circuit and you try to see what your car's capable of,
Yeah.
you're gonna run into your limits,
Yeah.
right? So that's also why it's important to just build it up slowly, but also keep in mind, okay, if I'm gonna try to get to like see what my limits are, well, there's a risk of running into your limits, right? And so then there's always some risk in
Yeah.
training.
I think it's nice that it exposes the
Yeah.
limitations
Yes.
of the vehicle.
Yes. Yes.
Vehicle being in the car and also your body.
Yeah, and it's a combination between genetics and how you take care of yourself, so nutrition, sleep, rest, and also history of what you've done before. Like we've had people here who got like a shoulder injury doing thrusters because they were swimming like almost all their life, so they had like shoulders coming forward, and then you get a compromised overhead position, which results in an injury. But you never know that until something happens, and like, oh yes, but you have been swimming all your life, so you have a different posture. And
Yeah.
so yeah, it's so yes, you will find your limits and where your limitations are in training.
And then it's a bit short-sighted. Could be blaming
Yeah,
the thing where the accident happened. Doesn't matter if it's in here or at home during whatever movement.
yeah,
But usually it's not the origin of the injury.
no, it just exposes your
Yeah,
limitation and your
yeah.
weakness, which probably comes from something else.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. Bad maintenance, mostly also. Lack of mobility,
Yeah.
lack of stretching.
My phone can't keep up with all the questions. So.
A lot of questions, guys, today. Very nice. Everybody's drinking coffee.
Waking
Yeah.
up
Karel is actually following this right now. He's eating mussels.
again.
Yeah, every Tuesday. It's his ritual. So
Eating mussels.
yeah. So we do personal training in the morning. Then he goes to this fish market, gets some mussels, and then he cooks them. And then he's right on time for his.
Ah.
Yeah.
Almost pure protein.
Yeah, very good. And some seawater. Nice.
I think if no one has any questions,
I'm gonna call it a day.
call it a day.
Yes. Anything to close off with?
If they want, if people are watching and they want to talk, they want us to talk about a specific subject, I
Yes.
think they can let us know in advance, like to hear your thoughts on this and so, and have a discussion or talk about it live. This is why we are live, so you can interact with us.
It's me or is it you?
I don't know.
Connection.
Yeah, you can keep talking.
You can let us know.
Sorry.
No, we're so good.
That
Yes.
would be nice if you have a certain subject where you like to
Oh,
talk.
we can do this. It's nice, because that's also what I run into quite a lot with giving personal training.
Right.
Is that people are afraid of certain movements,
Yes.
and
Esther.
what do you do, or how can you motivate someone to get over the fear of doing a movement? Can be upside down, can be going in the rings, can be grip wise.
Can be climbing on the GHT,
yeah,
Esther,
climbing
going
on the
backwards.
GST.
Well, I just shout at people till they do it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So yeah. No, but it's a good mark.
Also, what happens quite a lot that people have fear of certain weights because they never did it before, especially with a single kettlebell going overhead, for example, or a really heavy barbell overhead. So that's quite an issue. I just kick people.
Yes.
That works. No.
No, the thing is, and that's what we do in here, you need to build up the movement in small progressions.
Yes. Yes.
And that's also why I think we talked about it last time. Sorry. Yes, drawing. This is you.
1.5 meters.
This is your comfort zone. And like we talked about last time, if you're gonna take a step out of your comfort zone, some people are sort of okay going here and then going back to the comfort zone, going here. And some people can go all the way here. Let's say this is your handstand, go a little step out, do it again, go a little further, go back, go a little further, to eventually you get to where you want to go. But you need to be smart in building up your progressions to as far as you are willing to travel outside of your comfort zone. And that also depends on mood, fitness, sleep, whatever. So it's a combination of personality and also fitness and also how you feel this week or like whatever.
Yeah, it's very important what Fabian says. Start with progressions.
Yes.
Okay, if you start here for the first time,
Where
then go and then go back, then it's very hard to restart here because you're so afraid. So then the steps need to be even smaller. So start with smaller steps and then increase instead of trying to go for the full weight or movement, failing, and then you will have a longer time redoing it.
Yes.
Basically. And yes, Jennifer, that can go also for box jumps. We see it happening a lot also in class. Rope climbs, obviously, upside down work. Movements in the rings, skin the cat, for example.
Yes.
It's very tricky for some, not knowing where they are. And,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and I think this is pretty important. Some people want to get to the full movement, and that's well, I'm gonna ask the question later. But if you go so far that you don't make it, so you fail, you're gonna confirm your fear, right? And that's exactly what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So you want to build confidence, have small successes, so you just kind of try to like disarm the fear you have. And if you like go here like right at once, so you're like, yeah, see, I'm afraid and I should be. So it's you confirming the fear you have.
that's what it is.
But it's some people also do it deliberately so they won't have to try anymore. So that's the question. So if you really want it, do you want it, or do you want to say, yeah, I want it, but I can't, so I don't have to do it because I can, because see, I'm it's good that I'm afraid. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, or I don't want to take the time to do a lot of progressions first. And I want to go for the full movement in one go, which
Yes.
doesn't work.
So be smart about it. And that's also why you have us. So if you have no clue how to figure this out, you can email to Volkmar.
Hey, hi Sylvia, bye Sylvia, I'm gonna call it a day.
Yes. No, it's a very good question.
Yeah.
So
Nice one.
yes, finally,
question.
one good question.
Hi Tom, bye Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye Tom, we're closing.
See you guys next time.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yes, what's your name again? Volkmar said if you have topics for next week,
Yes.
you can either email to, just send us a message. You can look back this episode also on YouTube
Yes.
soon. Also, all the other previous ones, a lot of valuable info. Thanks for joining.
Some valuable info.
Bye guys. Doei guys.
Hey guys.
We call
Yes.
it a day.
Let's close. Let's get some coffee.
Let's get coffee.
Yeah,
all right.
And,
Some real coffee now.
Hi Guido, bye Guido. Nice on time.
Die komen nu binnen.